Hello, everyone, and welcome to Miss Valley Entertainment News. Now, as you may or may not know, I run several other YouTube channels other than this one. Um, right now, my main channel has been Miss Valley Skyrim. So we need to talk about the elephant in the Bethesda room because, as everybody knows who plays a game like Skyrim, Bethesda is updating. Updating usually means broken mods. And for those of us who play Skyrim, over 99% of us use mods. Just a fact of life, because sorry for those of you who still play the base game without any mods, but base game is shit. That's why we mod it, or we download mods, or we install mods, or we spend all our time putting mods together and reordering them and trying to get a working, stable, wonderful version of this game so we can play it the way we want to play it. But again, the elephant in the room is, according to the title of this video, and I believe it's completely true, Bethesda wants your money, all of it. Now, we've known for a while Bethesda has tried before to incorporate Creation Club things into Skyrim, whereby they have encouraged modders to let us handle your mods. You'll get paid for every download. People will buy them. And it didn't work out very well. It didn't work out very well. The modders rebelled and got a way around it, and they had to give up on that idea. They eventually released the AE version of Skyrim, which was the Creation Club content just thrown into the game. All of it that worked, anyways. But this is something different that's happening now, and every source I've got and everything I have heard is all leaning heavily the same way. Okay, so I don't want to start a panic, but if you haven't already, especially as a PC player, because we're on PC, we're the ones who can mod to our heart's delight. That's where the modding community really runs on, is the PC players, because we can do so much more than, no offense, that you can on consoles. It's just true. Um, I don't know where I was going with this. I lost the train of thought already. I already veered off in mid sentence. I apologize. But if you have not already, as a PC player, locked down your Skyrim version and said, do not update, you're probably going to wish you had. As I say, every time there's any kind of critical update or any new version or whatever of Skyrim that comes out, anytime they mess with the game, Bethesda does at all, it breaks something, which creates an instant problem with modders. And again, I'm getting to, modders are the vast majority of Skyrim players. Now, if you're thinking, hey, I don't play Skyrim, I don't play Skyrim much, what does this have to do with me? This is not just a Skyrim issue at this point. This is a Bethesda issue. This will affect, it could affect Redfall. I don't know. Are there mods for Redfall? There probably are, so it could affect Redfall. It's definitely going to affect Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, all the Fallout games, and your loading screen simulator they just put out recently, Starfield. For those of you who didn't get that joke. All of these games are obviously under the Bethesda umbrella, and what is coming is probably coming to each and every one of these games. And that basically is the Bethesda Marketplace. So they are going to run all of their games now basically like their MMOs or live service games, in a sense. Although the only content you'll probably be getting, although, I mean, they've said down the road there might be some DLC for Starfield. I don't know whether that's true or not, but the only actual content you'll be getting is work done by independent modders. Not so independent anymore, modders. Not so independent anymore. Yeah, this is something that's hard to stomach and hard to even get out. But what is coming is a marketplace, whereas the mods will be on the marketplace And if you want to download a mod, you have to pay per mod or whatever it may be. Maybe there'd be a monthly fee for, being able to download so many mods per month. I'm not really sure how they'll work that out, but be aware it's probably going to be per mod, and there is going to be some kind of Bethesda currency. So you will be buying the currency and then using the currency to purchase mods, which is probably going to be the old standby. Like, oh, I'm gonna buy 1,000 Bethesda bucks, and then I'll buy this mod over here for 699 Bethesda bucks, and this other mod over here for 394. And now I've got like 7 left over. What am I going to do? I can't buy anything for 7. I guess I'll have to purchase more bucks. This is the hook, line, and sinker. Reel them in until you've got every last buck out of their bank account. This is a predatory company, and it's a predatory practice, and it is extremely, extremely dangerous for the consumer, because there are well too many people who will not understand what they're spending because of the way it's done. By buying the bucks and then spending the bucks to buy the product, it's made to confuse the mind and not enable you to actually keep track of how much you're actually spending. It's done purposely. It's been proven. It's been studied. So this is what's coming to Bethesda. It's what's coming to Starfield, to Skyrim, to Redfall, to Fallout 4, to Morrowind, to Oblivion, and maybe other stuff. I don't know. Probably every Bethesda product going forward. This will obviously come to console first, but it has been coded into and data mined out of your Steam copies, your GOG copies, your Microsoft copies, your PC copies of games like Skyrim. It's already there. It's already set up. They are ready for this. It's probably coming out next year sometime. Like I say, it'll come to console first, and they'll make sure it works properly. And if you want to know why there's like 400 people, I think it is, still working on Starfield, yet they're not putting out any updates, they're not working on Starfield. They're working on this stuff. This is what makes them the money. So my warning to consumers is be very, very careful with this. It is something that could put you badly in debt in a time in the world where you don't want to be in debt. You truly don't want to be, because things are bad financially, it seems, all over the world. This is really the fall of Bethesda is what this is. And I don't mean fall like autumn, because that's already gone past. And I don't mean fall like, hey, Starfield came out in the fall. Nope. I mean, this is the fall of Bethesda as a company. Truly, this is the nail in the coffin of Bethesda being thought of as a good company. If you stand behind this, you're going to say, I know some people out there are going to say, hey, this is great. Modders get paid. They should get paid. You're right. And they do get paid if they choose to. There are many, many modders who put their mods on Patreon. People pay for them. It's done all over the place. And they make a certain amount of money, and then they may afterwards release that mod later on to the public and stuff, because they've already made their money on it. So any modder who wants to get paid for their work can already. And if they're a good modder and they understand modding and they actually want to get paid, they would have already done it. Now, does that mean modders are going to say no to Bethesda and we're not going to go along with this? No, they probably will. A lot of them probably will. Some of them won't. A lot of them will. I think what you're going to find, though, is, especially once this hits PC, there'll be immediate reaction to it of people not wanting to try this out. You'll see mod sales very low for a while, and then it'll pick up as people realize it's here to stay and they try it for a while. And then probably by the time you've hit a year or so, you're going to have a steep decline and drop off again, where modders aren't going to make basically any money off this anymore, because no one's going to purchase the mods. It's going to be too expensive. too expensive, too much of a pain in the ass, and people are going to be too bitter about it. And it's not because mods should be free to everybody, any more than music should be free to anybody or whatever else. Every artist deserves to get paid if they so desire to. But for a company that already made you purchase their game to then tell you if you want to have a third party's mods attached to your game to make the game enjoyable, fun, all those things that Bethesda games aren't without mods, that Bethesda, have to get paid for that as well? Think about that. They're getting paid for the modders' work, and they're getting paid for your continued gameplay after you've already bought the game. There's nothing about that that is above board. There is nothing about that that is, hey, pat Bethesda on the back. You guys are doing a great job with this. It's really frightening, saddening, frightening. It's sad, and it's kind of sickening. I don't want to jump out there and say what I'm going to do when this comes down, but I mean, I know as long as this holds off and it hasn't got hit PC yet, I am going to be jumping in very early next year and trying to get myself another working stable mod list that I like, that I could hopefully play for a couple of years and make sure my Skyrim does an update. We'll see if that works or not, or whether Bethesda beats me to the punch and I can't do it. That's always possible. What else did I want to say? There was something else I wanted to say. Ah, yes, I remember what it was now. The rumors I've heard are that the very popular modding site Nexus Mods is that Bethesda is going to be putting a lock on their page. In other words, you will no longer be legally allowed to download any mods from Nexus Mods for a Bethesda game. And if they have to get a court injunction to do that, if they have to threaten lawsuits, whatever they have to do, that's the route they're going to go to get this in place, to make sure everybody has to go to wherever Bethesda is setting up all these mods to get their mods from now on. Hey, I guess the good news is I won't have to at that point have a monthly subscription to Nexus Mods anymore because I can't download anything. But yeah, that's gonna put a big X through the profits of Nexus Mods too, which I would imagine doesn't make a lot of profits, but people do, like myself, do a lot of modding, pay monthly subscription fees to Nexus Mods. They're going to miss out on a lot of those going forward when this happens. I guarantee it. Of course, they have other games that are non-Bethesda games that people have mods for up there, but still, I'm pretty sure Bethesda stuff runs a lot of that site. So that's going to be pretty sad. Like, you're not... The people who put together mod lists of, 200, 400, 600, 1,000, 2,000, 2,500 mods. Here, download this whole list. It's all working, and you can, like wabbajack.org, they're going out of business. They're going out of business, at least for Bethesda products, because you won't be able to do that anymore. It'll be illegal. You cannot do it. So people putting together mod lists, it's just going to be yourself putting together a mod list. And if you've got to pay 49 cents, 99 cents, $2.99, $3.99, $5.99, whatever it may be for each individual mod, and you want to put together a working mod list for yourself, think about how many, if you're a modder for Skyrim, think about how many mods you have in your list that you're playing right now that are just bug fixes. I'm guessing 50 to 60, I'm going to guess, in my mod list are just bug fixes so the game works. That's without overhauling anything else. How would you like to download at $2 a mod? Yeah, you just spent $120 bug fixing Bethesda's game, and you haven't even done anything else to it yet. Again, these prices are not set in stone. I'm just throwing the prices out there, but think about this. Think about the hard, cold cash Bethesda is going to rake in. Are they doing this for the people? Or are they doing it to get filthy, stinking rich and make everybody else poor in the meantime and take away all your fun? I mean, people, you've already bought their games. You already play their games. You bought them, you played them, and now they want to charge you a fee to continue to play them. I tell you, it's the fall of Bethesda. This is what's coming, people. This is what I hear is coming. This is what I see is coming. I don't think I'm wrong on this. Um, I don't know what the time frame is, but you could bet it's coming pretty quick because, like I say, over on Steam, Bethesda's busy updating. I don't know what's going to happen going forward. A lot of great channels with Skyrim content. You may enjoy great channels with Starfield content or Oblivion or Morrowind or Fallout. What's going to happen to all these things? There are going to be some, big YouTubers and streamers and stuff and people on Twitch who may be able to afford to put together a mod list in this new way, pay Bethesda for it so they can keep playing and keep having content. But most of us, no. Most of us are going to be forced out, or we're going to go broke. One of the two. And I've played enough MMOs that have cost me a lot of money to tell you I will probably have to let the game go when it comes to that point. Now, mind you, as long as I've got a working mod list that works still, it doesn't need to update. I will continue playing, but once that starts to break down or something happens, I can no longer play it. Going to be done. Just going to be done, and that's sad. That's the end of an era. I played Skyrim since 2014. End of an era, people. It's the predatory practices of gaming companies nowadays. They're not interested in anything but your money. They don't care about your opinions. They don't care how you're doing. They don't care what you like. They just want to take your money, all of it. And Bethesda is helping to lead the charge right now. For Miss Valley Entertainment News, sorry to be a bummer, sorry to be bring a downer, but I have to be realistic about what's happening. See you next time. My name is Dread. Good night.